What's up, TIW Mafia? JP here. Got Big Joe hanging with me in the studio.
What's happening, everybody?
We're going to talk some stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Dude, first of all, shout out to QATV Channel 8 in Quincy, Mass.
Absolutely.
On television. They've been playing our show on like the background of the news pages, which is really cool. So like the what's happening now in Quincy, Mass.
That's
and you
so
listen
cool.
to the Irish Whip.
Weren't we also on the TV?
Yes, that is the TV.
All right, that's awesome.
We're also on their website, qatv.org. We're going to talk over the next couple of weeks over a lot of ways you guys can listen to us.
I know the fun one.
One's live, obviously, and we're trying to get that. I'm still bringing the live up right now, so this is a little...
Might be a little lag in it.
Yeah, this is sort of a little Easter egg for the people who actually download the episode.
This is pretty cool, yeah.
You know?
You can sit here while I feed Tin some treats.
Tin's in the studio with us, too. Can't forget him.
I need to get him an Irish Whip shirt.
We're not... And I'm just setting some stuff up as we talk here. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble, of course. We're going to talk about some other stuff that's happened in wrestling. I know we're going to a show in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, talk about that. Who's going to be there?
We will talk about, I thought there's a lot of stuff in wrestling. Stuff I've been watching on TV that it turns out is like wrestling related, and I didn't know that when I started watching it.
In the last couple days, well, I've been watching wrestling.
That's...
Like, mostly WWE stuff. Like,
I just heard your girlfriend say she's had to watch 3 shows in a few days.
I think the Rumble was so long, she puts that into 2 shows.
That was.
I watched the Rumble.
We're going to talk about that, too, because we disagree on some stuff on that.
Yeah.
We're going live right now in the on StreamYard. And let's see. Yeah. And that's what the little bit of stuff is right now. While I set that up and making sure those guys can hear us. And it looks like, and yeah, we're just setting it up, making sure they can hear us. I'm testing a few things out and getting that all squared away, and making sure I can hear stuff from them at the same time, and getting everything. You guys are sort of hearing what goes on in my mind as I set this up every week.
Isn't it scary?
Yeah, it's man, I tell you. There you go. Let me get both of us in there. Sort of trying to get us both in the shot here. And we're going live right now.
So we're live now?
We are live. So,
hello, everybody.
yeah, what's up, live listeners?
So the live listeners don't know what we were just saying.
No, they have no...
So they have no chance in winning the prize.
Now, let's not go there, because there's no prize this week. By the way, I just want to show that I am wearing a Patriots jersey. Tom Brady hasn't thanked me yet. I think we pay attention over the next few days, and I think he will be thanking New England, so we shall see.
Now, that's the thing, like, I understand maybe the way he had a press conference, whatever, announcing that he was retiring.
He didn't have a press conference.
Or he announced it or whatever. I can understand keeping it separate. Like, hey, I'm retiring but from the Rams or whatever the frig he's on, Tampa.
What's funny is, he only mentioned the last 2 years. He didn't mention the literally 20 years previous to that.
He didn't mention the mountain he climbed to build who he is.
So that's we had 6 people listening live already. What's up, guys? Sorry we were a little late with the live feed. Joe drives like an old lady.
I do. I have like a little pillow purse for a foot when I'm driving.
No. We're gonna talk. We said we're gonna talk the Royal Rumble.
Let's talk the Royal Rumble. Let's get
something.
the dirty air out.
I predicted something.
What did you predict?
For the second time, Second time.
Shane O'Mac returns for the Rumble.
I predicted Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
I predicted her when she came around the first time. And I predicted her coming back this time.
The good thing I like about Rousey coming back is that she's not coming back for a quick hit and leaving.
Right.
She's here to stay now.
Yeah, she's got the shot at WrestleMania for one of the women's titles.
And like before we move on to since we're talking about the women's Rumble, let me talk about that before we go on to my complaints about the men's Rumble. I am very upset with WWE not allowing the female legends that came back to at least show that they might still have it.
So they did. The
How?
Bella Twins were in there for a while.
But they're not as legend status as the other
Famers.
ones that came in. Yeah, but
So they're not there. So it's not about them. It's about the girls that are current.
I understand that. But there are fans like you and I, well, not so much you anymore, like me, who love to see. I would have loved to have seen Lita do that, do the moonsault. I would have loved to have seen Ivory get in the ring. I mean, Ivory's a stellar wrestler one way or another. Granted, she came back down,
But it's not about them. It's about the girls that are current. And they're not. They're only there what they're paid for is for an appearance. They're not paid to wrestle.
I know, but it just left a little bad taste in my mouth that like you couldn't see them show their thing a little bit.
That wasn't the Women's Royal Rumble. That's because you've been eating Tin's treats.
I do eat Tin treats, but they're good.
That's the bad taste in your mouth.
They work fine for when I'm missing my teeth. No, but like I don't know. I just thought I would have expected more to see the legends get their spots more. I mean, I think Michelle McCool was in there and got some of her good stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, look who she's married to.
To our live listeners too, if you guys want to join in the confirmation, go ahead and comment wherever you're watching, whether it's Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, wherever. We'll answer your comments too. And I got yelled at by Bobby D for starting late.
Uh-oh. Where's Bobby at?
I think Bobby's got Bible study about now. He's got Bible study, so you can only listen for a little while, but I did message him back.
Oh, tell him to move Bible study, Bobby. Come on.
But yeah, so I mean, I was happy with it. I thought it was a really good pay-per-view actually. And
I thought the individual matches were great. Thought the tag team was great. The Edge.
So
I thought that was amazing.
That's the one match that I thought could have been better. It was great, but I thought there was a little more they could have done. I thought that could have been a little better.
Well, on a whole, if you want to put the whole on a show, I thought a lot of it could have been done better.
But yeah, it's But I thought it was fun, and I always enjoy the Rumble. I didn't win any of my, I had some for fun pools, we'll say, that I was in, and I didn't win
guessing
any of them.
games. You had a guessing game going on.
Well, no, so like it's a pool, and it's it's for fun. And what happens is you put your name in the hat.
It's a game of chance.
Right, and somebody draws the names draws the numbers 1 through 30, and whichever number comes up with your name,
and
you're assigned that.
If your number and your person come out, you win bragging rights.
Right.
Okay.
Mine didn't. I had a few, but yeah. So I thought it was good though, but it's I was really I thought the men did a lot in it. What bugs me about the Royal Rumble, and this is sort of nitpicky, is that when the countdown starts, the 10, 9, 8, as it gets to 3, 2, 1,
everybody stops and looks.
You can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you got somebody almost over the top rope, why are you going to put them down?
Yeah.
Well,
and it's the thing too. Like, I can see like if you're doing your thing, and you hear the music hit, and it's the guy you're beefing with. I can see that.
Me and you grew up in the city.
Yep.
And me and you have had a few fist fights.
Couple.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but
Yeah.
we've gotten beaten, we've won.
A little round of fisticuffs never hurt anybody.
Yeah, so especially the kid I was fighting.
Yeah. It's usually me. Usually
but
me.
no, it's so like I look at things and saying if I was really trying to fight somebody, that's not what I would do. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense to me. And the putting them down is you're trying to put them out to win the match.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me. And you can clearly see that happening. And
Yep.
again, that's nitpicky on my end. What's cool is, remember, I've talked about this kid a lot. I might reach out to the family and see if we can get him on once we can figure out the virtual stuff. Baker Banter, the kid with Down syndrome,
Yes.
on TikTok. So he lives in St. Louis. And the WWE, he's worked with the WWE before for the Special Olympics stuff.
Okay.
Like they've had him as like a virtual announcer type of thing online and things like that. He's been on their podcasts and
Okay.
so they did something with the Special Olympics where Otis and Gable went and did like a workout with them.
Okay.
It was like a bodybuilding weightlifting thing, which was really cool, and they allowed him to join the Alpha crew.
All right. I like to see that stuff.
Then, wherever they were staying, they weren't at their house. Like, I watched the video. I don't know where they were, but Dominic and Rey Mysterio came in and gave him tickets to the Royal Rumble
Nice.
that he didn't know he was getting. And, you know.
Is that a part of like a Make-A-Wish or?
No, it's just because he's got so many followers on TikTok, he's become like a celebrity.
Okay.
In
I'm
WWE,
gonna have to find him. I'm gonna look for him right now.
it's Baker Banter, and he's hysterical. Like, he came out one year on Halloween dressed like Sasha Banks.
That's something I would do.
Like, and then last year he wanted to be Lillian. Was it Lillian?
Right here?
Yes. Yeah, and that see, he's verified and everything on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like,
Put that close to the camera if anybody else wants to follow him.
we can't really see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Baker Banter, and he's like fun. He's genuinely funny.
Yeah. 2.8 million followers.
Right. He's got Down syndrome, and it's basically him and his sisters.
All right.
Him and one sister now.
I'm
One
gonna-
sister's in college.
I'm
What's
gonna-
up, Katie?
Put it in comparison. He's got
All right,
2.8 million.
hang on. So my friend Katie Durfee, I don't know if you know Katie Durfee Connors. Her son Billy wants a shout out. So, what's going on, Billy?
Billy Boy, what's happening?
And Laurie's here. Hey, Laurie.
But just to show the difference. Now, I'm not on TikTok a lot, but he has 2.8 million followers. I get 95.
There you go. I have like a couple hundred.
Ooh.
Right, but like still, like I worked at that for a little
How
while.
many accounts does your mother have?
A couple hundred.
All right.
But I worked at that for a little while.
Yeah.
So I mean, it took time.
Uh,
But they post a couple times a day for him, and like it's him, it's his ideas and stuff. Like he'll say, "Let's go to the zoo and let's record that," and they do they do some vlogs on YouTube
like
too.
little snippets and stuff.
But yeah, so they but Rey Mysterio was like, "Who do you think's gonna win?" You. No, who do you really think's gonna win? Well, I think you. So Ray was like, all right, besides me, who's your second choice? And I think he chose Montez Ford
Okay.
from, which the Street Profits. That's a good shoot. That's a good
shoot,
pick.
yeah.
But
The height he
yeah,
got on that Johnny Knoxville
Oh.
splash.
Knoxville. I love Knoxville.
You know, people are complaining about his spot.
There's always been that.
There's always
spot,
been
though.
that celebrity in there.
I don't like that Bad Bunny was there again, but that's whatever. It's not my
Yeah.
choice.
But you know what, though? The following Bad Bunny has of his own, he brings that with him. That's why they're
Right.
doing it.
So, and Knoxville's there. Knoxville probably paid to be there because that was basically an ad for
It was,
Jackass.
yeah, it was a promo for Jackass. I'm sure, 100% sure it was like that.
I mean, I love that Knoxville was there. See, the stuff that, I don't know. People are picky. What's up, Bobby D?
The thing that got me with the Knoxville thing, that got me in a good way and then in a bad way, is like I felt too many wrestlers lost their focus on the others and focused it on him for the TV moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and they all got their spot, like AJ Styles, you know, and everyone got their little ding on him, and he went out, did what he's supposed to do, but then there was no follow up after.
Right. Bobby, I see
know?
you, Bobby. Bobby said the other no. Bobby's in Facebook jail. He said I
Uh-oh.
told him 22 more days, but he's posting, so.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's but I liked Johnny Knoxville spot. Like I like Knoxville though. I think he's.
I'm planning. I want to go see it Friday.
Oh, I was thinking Saturday.
Yeah.
You really gonna try to see it?
No, to be honest, I'd probably wait till like next week.
Is Gwen? See, I want to do it this week. Is Gwen? Is it something Gwen would go see with you?
No.
Maybe we'll do something. What are you doing? What are you guys doing Saturday?
I don't know.
Because next week on Friday we got something.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then next weekend, next week is like Valentine's is right after that. So
yeah, I'm not going to take it to see the Jackass of Valentine's Day.
Well, no, I'm saying like I don't know if you guys are doing. Jackass. I don't know if you guys are doing anything for Valentine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch more of RuPaul's Drag Race.
There you go.
Freaking love that show.
But next weekend, I'm sort of excited for this.
Hey, Tin farted.
Oh, and by the way, do you know what started?
What?
With the Royal Rumble, my road to WrestleMania. I'm going to point to the sign.
You know, the sign caught fire.
Yeah, I saw that. They brought it. They lowered it down.
It was right after, and I remember hearing. It was after Rousey. It was after Ronda's won. It was her saying it that after she made the entrance, that's when it caught fire.
Everybody points to the damn sign now.
Yeah, or they look at it, or
yeah, like you saw 30 people in the Women's Royal Rumble point to the sign.
They point to the sign like I'd point at a pack of chicken nuggets. With longing for it.
That's.
Yeah,
so my camera's doing that shaky thing again that it did before, but that's all right.
Sorry, a mind of its own.
Guys. Yeah, no, it's like blinking off and on, but
I see. Yeah, right. I'm watching it on my phone and being in the chat room. Yeah. So if anybody has something, I'm gonna be watching. I'm not gonna be in as me. I'm gonna be in as the show. So if you want to, come in, whatever.
See if that helps.
Yes, but now let's get to the part that really bothered me about the Rumble. Really, Roman, Brock Lesnar coming in at number 30 and winning?
Who else?
Anybody.
Who else?
Anybody.
Who wouldn't you have complained if they won?
Hornswoggle.
Cena.
No, I would have complained about Cena. I would. My main complaint is not necessarily, as much as I do not like Lesnar, my main complaint is give somebody else a chance. They could have brought Big E back in. And now it's going to be Brock Lesnar's going to be back into the Elimination Chamber. It's like Brock all the time. Come on, give us a break. I'm not going to want to drink Pepsi all the time. Sometimes I'm going to want a Coke. Give us the Coke.
Oh, you're such a wine bag.
I know, but I've been a fan of wrestling since I was 5, and I've loved it all along until Brock Lesnar came in.
Why?
I don't know. Just something about him.
He's not horrible.
To me, he is. To me, for the same reason a lot of people out there don't like Tom Brady and think he sucks, even though his record speaks for itself.
Well, I wouldn't compare him to Brady. I mean, Brady's the greatest.
All right, I'll compare him.
Do you know? All right, so you're not a football fan. You're not a real sports fan.
I have enough to kind of talk a little bit about local stuff.
As y'all know, everybody, and I'm not going to crap on Brady. I'm a huge Brady fan to this day. Retired. I'm happy for him. I'm wearing my Patriots stuff today. But do you know who has the most losses in the Super Bowl?
Patriots, I believe.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He has the most wins. He's been there the most time. He's been in the league 22 years, not just 2 years like you would think.
I have underwear that old.
I'm sure you do. You have underwear that hasn't been washed in that long.
So?
On today.
I'll get him hanging on the wall. All right, but now Bobby D's coming in, back to the Rumble. Bobby D says, I'm going to read what he says. They said Riddle should have won the Royal Rumble, but Brock came in.
I don't buy Riddle winning.
I don't buy Riddle winning. I do buy Riddle in the chamber.
I did hear that originally Seth Rollins was supposed to be in it even after his match, and that's why that match went on first.
Okay. Because I've wanted to hear there was some last-minute changes to a lot of stuff going on.
Right, but I don't know. I'm not on the booking committee. I don't know how real that is.
Well, again, and then like we've said many, many times before, we're not gonna come in and pick it apart. We're gonna say our piece. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna give you stats. We're not gonna give you this and that. We're gonna come in and talk a little bit about it, crack a few jokes, and if we can get an interview, we're more of an interview show than a statistics.
Right.
You want statistics? Go to that. What's it like, between the top ropes or something, guys?
Yeah, they do the stats, but they're the over the top rope guys.
Oh, those guys, yeah.
Cyber Yeti.
Yeah.
And,
with Blackheart.
yes.
And what's his name? Stupor Yeti?
You guys keep burying the heat, then start it back up.
Oh, yeah. I'll call him Little Yeti Pants.
Sorry if you guys heard that. I'm messing around with the board a little and trying to learn things.
Did I tell you it's infarted?
You did.
All right. Now, you said there was some spots you didn't like on the Edge.
It wasn't that it was spots I didn't like.
Yeah.
It was just I thought more could have happened. I thought it could have been more.
Yeah, I think so. I think that what I would have liked to have seen is more of.
I like that the finish was like the double double spear.
But what I would have wanted to see is more Maurice and Beth Phoenix.
But here's the thing: is Beth Phoenix one of the best women's wrestlers probably of all time?
I'll agree to that.
Edge is one of the best wrestlers of all time, and The Miz, whether people like to admit it or not, The Miz is one of the best doing it today.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is with The Miz, though, he's practiced his whole life.
Right.
A lot of people these days don't remember how far back the Miz character goes.
I remember watching Real World and seeing Amish Roadkill, and I was an ECW fan. I loved Amish Roadkill.
Yep. Well, and then the Miz was on it.
Yeah.
This is on Real World.
Yeah, and the Amish Roadkill came in and was like, "Who's the Miz? Who's this guy?"
Yep. and it's funny though. So he's practiced that for 30 years. Since he probably had that in high school or before, you know.
And that was basically, St. Louis and Cincinnati, and he's a Cincinnati guy. That was basically his backyard.
I wonder how many friends he had there.
Right.
Or even that, if it was around here, if it was you or I in that spot, and it was around here, how many people would have called us for tickets?
Yeah.
You know?
That's for sure.
I'd say none of them would have my number.
That's for sure.
None of them probably have my number anyway, because I think you're the only one that likes me. And all those other people when I had that thing going on.
Bobby D said he wanted to see more men's legends in there, and that's true. They didn't really do any men's legends, really.
Remember a few years ago they had a Legends Royal Rumble?
Yes. It was like a, they called it the Gimmick Battle Royal.
Yeah, it was like a 20-man or something.
Yeah, it was like an ode. It was supposed to be an ode to the Iron Sheik is what it was.
Yeah. Do that stuff again.
Yep.
Do stuff like that.
But they always used to bring out like Cactus Jack or Mick Foley or Mick.
All right.
All four of them.
When they all came out at that one Rumble.
That was funny.
Mick Foley got out, and then they came all back. That was good. That was very good writing.
There was so much else. Like, I just got a notification that Derek Meets the Mysterios is now on YouTube, which is that Baker Banter.
There we go.
But yeah, so it's I liked it. I really did. I thought it was a really good pay-per-view. The Royal Rumble is always my favorite pay-per-view of the year. It's better than Mania. It's better than SummerSlam. It's better than Survivor Series. Which those are the four keys.
My top three are the Rumble, SummerSlam, Mania.
See, I'm Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, but same three different orders.
Well, the only thing that might push Mania over is the 2 days. The fan, I know more about it. I know if you only watch it on TV and don't go, you don't really know about the fan fest. You don't know about the meet and greets and all that stuff you get.
Here's the thing now: is I'm planning on going to Mania, and like there's other stuff that happens around Mania, other shows, and so and it was a way for sort of the WWE to help the independent wrestling. I'll say economy. I like to use that word for a lot of things. But it was their way of sort of helping the economy for independent wrestling in that area and getting fans to independent shows that might not normally go just because they're in the area and maybe there's a celebrity there.
Well, and even that, when we went to Mania 25 years ago, we went to a couple indie shows.
Right.
When we were down there at the Rockstar, Robbie Gilmore, I think he's retired now or semi-retired. But we were down there, and he brought us to a couple different indie shows, and it was great. We were at one of the shows that were like when you fell asleep, and at the show, I think there was only like maybe 10, 20 people there.
Right.
But it was a phenomenal show.
But
it was all lucha, wasn't it?
Something like that. And then we did security for Booker.
Yep.
And there was a ton of people there.
They sold out. They sold out their 8x10s.
It's there's different things to do. And by doing the 2 days, WWE, and if you remember all the stuff Booker T had to go through on that one. We won't talk about it because it's not our business, but there was stuff going on behind the scenes on where a lot of talent was being pulled. But now they don't have to pull the talent because now it's just, when are you going to run a show? Because we're running Saturday and Sunday now.
Yep.
You know, so like WrestleCon, which is huge, WrestleCon's now doing, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday instead of like doing Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Which that's not going to be the same. Because
when is WrestleCon?
WrestleCon's like the couple of days before WrestleMania.
In Texas?
Yeah. So it's like I may not be able to go because I'm flying out. I'm going to go down there on Friday the 1st. I'm going to come back on Monday the 4th.
If the cards come out right for me, I'll join you.
And it's I was talking to my buddy Chris Rucker from 80 Proof and from Boot to the Face, and they're planning on going down there.
Bobby D's in there saying that if us two guys are going up to Mania this year, he knows he's gonna need someone to carry our equipment. Bobby, if we ever need someone to carry our equipment, we're gonna call you and have you find somebody to carry it for you, and then 3 of us will go.
There you go. I wish I could afford to bring like Bobby or somebody like that. The Haddix boys.
I'd love to get us.
I don't even have my Mania ticket. I don't have a ticket for the show yet.
Are they not sold out?
No.
Well, they release in batches.
There's still $50 seats available. So
yeah.
I shouldn't talk about it. I shouldn't advertise that. But like I was talking to Chris Rucker this morning, like I was saying, and he's got seats. So I know what section he's in. I might try to get close to him.
Try to get seats, fella.
Oh, that would be amazing. It's but yeah, I'm gonna go down there, and they're staying at a different hotel. They're only a couple miles away, so like my plan will be just sort of Uber to their hotel in the morning probably, and then hang out with them. Maybe they just did. He was one of the ones I was saying went down to St. Louis for the Royal Rumble, and they did like a live show at the hotel, and had a couple of independent wrestlers. But here's the thing: is like guys like Rich Palladino are down there because Rich hosts WrestleCon every year.
Okay.
People I know that I could get to swing through if we were doing a live event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That are relevant in that area.
Well, that's something too. Like
and guys that I'd want to have a beer with down there.
Like as you know, I still have some hurdles in my life I'm trying to get through, and I think once those hurdles are behind me, I think we go to the Big Four every year.
Yeah, so my plan,
money being,
I don't think I'm going to do I might do like I started talking to you today about SummerSlam, which is in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I need a designated driver if I'm going to drink that much whiskey.
I don't drink.
Right, you're the designated driver when I'm drinking all that whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can.
Well, no, actually, it's bourbon. It's only whiskey if it's made in Ireland.
That's not true.
There it is.
No, it's only bourbon if it's made in Kentucky.
It's only whiskey if it's made in Ireland.
No.
Same with champagne.
Bourbon is a whiskey.
It's sparkling wine if it's made somewhere else. If it's champagne, it's made in Champagne, France.
Bourbon is a whiskey.
I know, but to call it whiskey has to come from Ireland.
A bourbon is a whiskey.
A bourbon is American whiskey.
Yes.
But to have a true whiskey is only from Ireland.
No, that's Irish whiskey.
I'm a recovering alcoholic, I know.
I'm a current alcoholic.
That's true. All right. Well,
and I'm a whiskey guy.
You say wussy or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Oh, okay.
I just bought a bottle of Blackened.
I don't know what that is.
So it's like a $60 bottle of bourbon. It's but it's Metallica's. And it's actually pretty cool. What they do is they tell you what batch number you have. So I have batch 123.
So you had to order it ahead?
No. I walked
It's in the box or whatever.
Yeah. It's actually on the label. It'll say batch 123, which is what mine is. And or batch where like Joey has batch like 97 or whatever. You can go on Spotify. So what they do is they age the music. They age the barrel in a room that's playing Metallica. So it bounces the barrel around.
Oh.
So you can go on to Spotify, you put in your batch number, and you can listen to the playlist.
That's kind of cool.
I bought the bottle with the intention of having a glass or two during one of the football games during one of the Patriots games actually a couple weeks ago. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to crack the bottle yet. I'm going to wait till I can have a day where I maybe have a nice cigar or something.
Yeah.
And just sit there and listen to Metallica. And I'll listen to the playlist and have a few glasses. Because I don't smoke a lot. Like, I don't smoke a lot, but I like a cigar here and there.
I do it mostly for the smell. Like, I haven't done it in a year. But I wouldn't mind burning it. And mostly it'll sit there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'll puff it to keep it burning because I like the smell in the air.
Exactly. So.
All right. American whiskey is whiskey. A distilled beverage produced from... All right. That's it.
Yeah, it has to be bourbon. I know it has to be made in a certain town in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
All right, yeah, bourbon is American whiskey. Blah, 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 whatever. But like I said, I'd like us to hit at least Mania every year.
So Bobby D, it looks like SummerSlam isn't. It looks like we're getting screwed out of SummerSlam, Bobby. I think it's going to be Kentucky. If it's in Boston, we'll absolutely make it.
Supposed to be here?
It was supposed to be in Boston, and then COVID happened.
Oh.
And it got canceled because remember we were going to do something. We were actually going to partner up with Clown Shoes on something.
Yeah.
If it's up here, maybe we will still.
Yeah, and there's also other things we can reach out to.
Yeah, so SummerSlam 2022 was at the Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans.
What was that? That's
2022. This year. Home of the Tennessee Titans, so Mike Vrabel.
What's going to be there? I was reading. I didn't see it. I hear you say
it's at the Tennessee where the Tennessee Titans play.
The Rumble?
Yeah. So Tennessee, not what I've been saying Kentucky, haven't I?
Yeah.
And we've been talking about Kentucky and whiskey.
All right,
but it's going to be Nashville.
So, I get a lot of friends down there.
It'll be the first ever event in Nashville.
SummerSlam in Nashville. That's going to be off the freaking chain. Off the hook, off the wall. Nashville's kind of insane.
On July 30th.
Nashville's kind of insane on a normal Wednesday. Then you throw in an arena full of wrestling fans.
I don't know what day of the week. So, no, I don't like the Saturday pay-per-views. It bugs me. It's funny. I texted Yeti about how I predicted Ronda again. And then he's like, I can't wait to watch it tonight. What time's it start? And this was on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's 7 o'clock last night.
What gets me, what I'd like to see happen is even if the Yeti, the real Yeti,
not Cyber,
because he's real, Cyber's fake. It's like cryptocurrency. Yeah, it looks like it's made of stuff, but it's not.
It's just a NFT.
Yeah. But even if we go to these pay-per-views, if we hit Mania and say, one of the other big ones a year, and then hit maybe some other one.
And July 30th is a Saturday, so it's another Saturday.
If you teach them to fish, you feed them fish for life.
Saturday, Sunday, though, right? Or is it Friday, Saturday?
No, so SummerSlam is just one day.
Okay. Yeah, but even we'll pull the Yeti down one or two of these shows with us. I mean, if
Yeti is, it's so expensive to fly out of Montana.
Yeah, because there's like 2 prop planes and
right.
Yeah,
it's not. But I know he would do
Bobby
it.
D saying Survivor Series Saturday, November 26th at the Garden.
We'll make a day out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd be able to do something for that. As far as we originally when SummerSlam did, and we can. It was 2 years ago. So when COVID hit, SummerSlam was going to be in Boston. And we're friends with Clown Shoes. I won't say we work with them. There's not really a sponsorship or anything there. But we are friends with Clown Shoes Brewery in Boston. And they're part of Harpoon Brewery. So they have access to that area, which has a nice, large outdoor area.
Perfect for a ring.
Right. And that was going to be the plan. We were going to have a wrestling show. And that would have... that would have been a partnership between us and them, and we would have brought in a main eventer and what they called a main eventer, what we would have called a legend.
Yeah, and then I think we would have had to bring in a clown.
A clown, yeah. Well, it's wrestling. It would have been Doink.
Exactly.
Or Dink. So, you know what? I think because the paperwork signed, The deposit hasn't been sent yet, but we're going to send the deposit in the next week or so. I think we can tell them.
You can tell me again because you know my memory's horrible.
Oh, Joe Bruins, the Fan Fest.
Oh, yeah,
next year, 2020.
Well, that's definitely we can talk about that.
July 2023. We're bringing in a legend.
Yeah.
We're going to have a legend at our table. And not just like a normal legend. Like, this is somebody.
This is a cross-sport legend.
Yeah, not really. Not even a. I think he's a boxing legend.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have at our table, at the Irish Whip table, exclusively at the 2023 New England Fan Fest 8, put on by Joe Bruin, our good friend.
Which is in affiliation with the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Right.
And there'll be an induction ceremony that night.
We'll be there, and we're gonna have somebody that faced Iron Mike Tyson.
Someone that
somebody that was in the ring with Iron Mike, in Iron Mike's prime. So I'm not talking about like a Jake Paul who wants to fight him now.
This isn't even a bite your ear off Holyfield.
This was a before face tattoo, Mike Tyson.
This is Mike Tyson probably in his early 30s.
Yeah. This was sort of peak.
Going back, let me think.
Tyson.
That was around 95, 93 to 95, somewhere right around there. Because I watched it when I was in the Navy.
Bobby D might be able to guess who it is from that because he knows who's around. But so we're going to have Peter McNeely. If you're from MASH, you know who Peter is. And he's been, like I said, he's been in the ring. So we'll do something. You can come by, meet him, hang out,
Yeah, get an autograph.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Yeah, there'll be all stuff and things like that. That's not on Joe's. Joe knows about it. Joe's excited for it. That's not on his website yet, so that's being announced here exclusively right now.
He's going to be with us at our table.
Right.
And
maybe there'll be, there might be a little ant infestation again. I don't know. That's not confirmed.
That could be a good thing. You know who might even be able to get down there with us?
I think Coffee, right?
A legend. Yeah, we're going to have that there, but there's no confirmation with that yet. But we could probably bring down a legend as well. An old school legend. He traveled the world. We had him on the show. Trained by Kowalski. Fits in with the show. The Irish Leprechaun.
Possibly.
I mean, that's just a speculation on me. I didn't ask him. I didn't talk to him about it.
Yeah, that's possible.
That's something.
That's possible. Jeff Flutie. He's definitely. I should bring him up to Joe.
Yeah.
And
get him inducted.
Right. I keep bringing up, and Joe knows this. Like, I was good friends. We were all, with DC Dillinger. I talk about him all the time. One of the best heels in wrestling business. He was such a good heel. People really thought he was a jerk.
But if you knew DC, and I'm going to speak out of church about him, but if you knew him, his heart was bigger than his attitude.
Yep. Always had. He used to get mad at me because he always threw these legendary Christmas parties.
And you always had something else to do.
Yeah, a lot of it. I have. I don't want to say anxiety about stuff like that, but I'm shy.
I know what you're saying. It's like, you can make all these awesome plans, and the night before, it's like, shh.
So if I go somewhere and I don't know anywhere, I'm not outgoing.
Well, look at us. Go back to keep it wrestling related. Go back to when we were at WrestleMania 25 when we were helping out with Booker, and we went to that after party. We didn't really know anybody other than Robbie and
the kid I got very mad at me before the event.
Yeah, but even with that though, we didn't know anybody really except for Bobby and the groups we were with for wrestling. Like the tables we were at, we knew them, and then you got beat up by somebody, I believe.
Yeah, knobs. I listen. So do you remember me getting the kid upset with me?
I do. I don't remember.
Because the bathroom floor was wet, and he asked who missed the toilet, basically. And I said it was me. And he started mouthing off, and I said it wasn't me. And then he got even more upset.
Yeah.
I thought we were fighting in the locker room. Honest.
The people from Texas that were in and around us that weekend didn't understand the Boston sense of humor.
Except for Robbie. Robbie did.
Robbie got it because he had talked with us before.
Robbie sort of ushered me out of the bathroom.
Yeah, but they didn't get it. What's his name? I forget. the big guy,
Yule. Yeah.
he got it. He
Yeah.
picked up on it quick because he was like,
Yeah.
and realized that
Yeah.
99.9% of the time we're full of crap.
Right. Me and Joe aren't serious. Like, someone in work took me serious over something the other day, and I was like, why? Why are you getting mad at that? Like, don't. And it was like something, so it was COVID related on it,
Yeah.
actually.
Well, and even like
And-
there are people that would get in a fight over me saying how much I hate Brock Lesnar.
Right.
You know, do I hate the man personally? No, I don't know him. I can't hate him yet.
No.
But I don't like his character.
We're also, so, other than, I don't know when the last real wrestling show I went to was.
Like WWE, that
Anything,
level.
even independent. Like, it had to be a UFO show.
For me, it was Beyond.
But we go into Chaotic Wrestling, and again, all this information's at chaoticwrestling.com. We're not working with them at all. We
get some friends of the show in the show.
But, Friday, February 11th, they have an event charged up. They got Ace Austin, who's been on the show, Impact Wrestling versus JT Dunn, Alicia Edwards again, and Impact Wrestling versus Dave.
I think I have a Polaroid picture of her and my kids
That will be probably
at the Armory years and years
Yeah.
ago.
Flip Gordon, Ring of Honor versus Gail Barkey. I'm not familiar with Gail. I'm sure he's probably one of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy students or something to that effect. The unit. So JT Dunn's there. The rest of the unit's there, which is Trigger the OG, a.k.a. what we knew was Triple-Licious back in the day.
Yep.
Triple-Licious is so good. And Danny Miles, it looks like. Danny Miles is another one. Like, he's been to Japan. He's been around forever. Did a lot. Versus Brad Cashew, Brad's been around for a couple of years now. New England Pro Wrestling Academy guy. And a partner of his choosing. So who knows?
It might be you.
It could be Tin. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys.
Could be
Drink.
10. 10, you gonna get in the ring?
And then I don't know who they're fighting, but the Shook Crew, who we know from Beyond.
Yep.
They're coming up from New Jersey, and that's quite a hike.
Yeah.
It's out in Lexington, Mass.
I mean, it's an hour for us. It's like 8 hours for them coming from Jersey.
Right, but so it looks like the whole unit's going to be there, which is Mike Verna, who's incredible. The unit's like the new clique on independent wrestling, at least in this area, and they're traveling. Like, these guys are getting flown out to places. Alec Price is on the logo. I don't know who he's wrestling, and Alec is, of course, one of the best and a good friend. Yeah, Alec is Alec, and like, when you hear Alec Price talk, and he's talking gangster, that's how he talks. Who are you saying? Who? I too?
Hmm?
You said Joe Robo?
Yeah, kid in the Navy, right above where I said that, Ricky Ruvalcaba. We came out of boot camp and stuff together in school, and we're on the same ship.
Okay. Nice. What's up, Robo, and thank you for your service. Yeah, so we're going to be checking out Chaotic, and Chaotic puts on a good show. Used to be one of the best in New England easily. I don't know what's out there now for competition because it's been a while since I've been to shows.
Yeah. It's going to be, either way, we'll make the most of it.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to tell me about that app you were talking about before. I forget it.
So one of the ways you can listen to us and comment and interact with the show is on the Spreaker app. And it's available on iOS. It's available on Android. And it's just a cool, easy way to interact with us. And you can subscribe to us there, so you get alerts when the new show's posted and stuff like that.
It's this one, right, with the one?
Yes.
Okay.
And that one is probably a show that you subscribe to. That's posted some new stuff.
Yep. It's telling me that we're live right now.
Okay. So you subscribe to us, thanks.
Yes. Well, I mean, why not?
In the next couple of weeks, we'll be giving more instructions, I think, on how to where to get the how to get the app, how to download it, how to subscribe, where to find us on the app, and stuff
We
like
probably
that.
even tweet it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back from them on the actual instructions and.
Yeah.
Um,
But even if that
But,
becomes our hub,
Spreak is one of our good good
yeah.
partners. They're our main hosts.
Yeah, so that's our main hub, and if we can kind of
That's where it all
focus to
starts
that.
at Spreaker, and then it pawns out from there.
Yeah.
Wrestling, of course. Big Ben over at WrestlingNewsSource.com. Literally, the only wrestling news site you will ever find on any computer history of mine, because it's the only one I go to, and I browse and
I will go
and
to
I clear my
others.
browser history.
I
all
will
the
go
time.
to others because the headline catches my eye, and I'll read the article.
So if I see headlines like that, I just go to WrestlingNewsSource.com.
Well, a lot of times what it is
because Wrestling News Source doesn't do the
doesn't do the suggestions and the guesses and the
and it doesn't do the the what do you call it, the lying to you in the title to get you to click on the
and that's
clickbait.
what it is. It's the clickbait, and I fall for it every time because I'm a dumb old guy. But
So yeah, it's like I'm on there now, and you got the Men's Royal Rumble, you got Cody Rhodes. So we both watched the Go Big show
that was fun.
with Cody Rhodes as one of the hosts.
Yep.
And I think you lined up an interview that'll be happening in the next couple of weeks, we hope. We just got to test a few things out.
Yep. Next week or two.
Um,
We can pretty much say who it was on the show.
Yeah, it's funny how everything comes back to Sin, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
And who's getting married February 20th? Congratulations, Sin.
Sin. We were invited if we can make it out there.
I saw that.
Again, congratulations, Sin. Best of luck to you, buddy. But yeah, so he was on Big O Big Show, but he was also previously on America's Got Talent.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And he's basically did the same thing because he's trying to make himself for that. And
Cody gave him a 2.
Yeah.
But Cody also invited him to AEW Dark for a match.
Yeah, so that's huge. I'd rather take the Dark match
Right.
than the high score.
Exactly, and I'm sure he thinks the same way.
Yeah. But if you watch the Go Big Show, go through, you'll know who we're talking about as soon as he comes on.
Yeah, what was his...
Leroy Patterson.
Leroy Jenkins.
But I also want to know, I'm gonna talk to him about this thing. Not this thing. I don't mean to call him a thing. His manager got to come on too. We want his manager.
How did you feel on the Royal Rumble? We got to go back to that real quick.
Okay.
Man, I actually feel good about this.
Mm-hmm.
So every year something happens.
Yeah.
Every year in the Men's Royal Rumble, there's something happens.
Okay.
The Kofi spot.
Yeah, that guy got botched.
I think it's good.
You think it's good they botched it?
He could never win.
Yeah.
They would never book him to win the Royal Rumble because of those spots. Because that could happen.
Yeah.
And they made the right call. Like they could have.
They had to let it go.
Because the camera clearly saw his feet hit.
Mm-hmm.
If the camera didn't clearly see it, a few fans in the front would have seen it. And it's the right thing to do because now those few fans would have put it on TikTok and gone viral.
Well, and there's where a lot of people will get their resentment for the WWE for not doing that.
So, but that's why Kofi could never win the Rumble. So now, the Rumble's been Kofi's match because he's been that guy.
Yeah.
Coming out of the Royal Rumble, what you talk about? The Kofi spot.
And that's what the two though. The Kofi Kingston over the years has become that like we're gonna want to work this guy. We're gonna try this guy. Put him on Kofi.
Right. So
he's become the workhorse.
Now he can win the Royal Rumble. My prediction for the 2023 Royal Rumble is Kofi Kingston. I'm making that now.
Okay. Now, if you can guess.
Shy of injury.
Now, what spot do you think he'll come out in? No, hold on. Before we get even into that. Now we need to go to the 2023 Rumble.
He might come out at 1. He might come in at 1 and do the distance because that's the only thing left he hasn't done in the Royal Rumble.
It's probably one of the only things he hasn't done left in the WWE.
Yeah, been the world heavyweight champ, tag team champ several times. So that's my pick, and I'll say he comes out as number 1. and runs the distance.
All right. I say I agree with you. He's definitely a contender now that the curse has been broken, say, or the whatever you want to call it has been broken. Now that he has a new something to go towards.
Right. So
Now Bobby D's bringing up a good point in the chat room. He doesn't think it's fair that if they fought in an earlier match that they get to come back in the Rumble. And I agree with that, especially when there's so many people backstage that haven't been used. Like Finn Balor could have been in the friggin' Rumble.
Oh, I don't know. It depends on who it is.
Well, Finn Balor, why not him? What Big E?
Depends on who it is.
But Big E could have been in there just to get another shot at the belt again. You know, he just lost it not too long ago.
Yeah, he should have entered that. He should have signed himself up. Wrestling's real.
Yeah, so we were talking about Johnny Knoxville and Jackass, and that's what you've become right now.
He should have signed himself up for it. Remember
Like
back
it's
in the
in his
days.
power.
Remember back in the days how fun it was to watch like Bobby Heenan pulling the numbers out of the like the bingo ball roller, like it was real. I miss that stuff.
Well, that's back when kayfabe was alive.
But
You know, and to a point, the kayfabe's still alive.
that's
Because you get it. I'm gonna say probably with 14, 15 and under, they know it, but they don't know. They understand it's
Right.
theatric, but they don't. I mean, some of those bumps you're taking, you know, you're getting Kevin Owens coming and flipping on you, hitting your face, his back flying into your face. That hurts.
Oh, and hey, you know what we got to do? So it's almost time to wrap up. We're at just about an hour, guys. I know we started late, so thank you for being patient with us. But just so you people that are listening live know that don't download the show, we talked about a whole bunch of cool stuff before y'all got to listen today.
Yeah, we did.
So y'all got to wait.
So the good stuff was before we went live.
Yes.
The live stuff was kind of nonsense and just joking around.
Yeah, so you guys got to go back and listen. Now, when it gets uploaded, probably tonight or tomorrow. I'd say tonight, probably. And you got to tell us what you think. We got, listen, guys, I really want you guys to comment, whether it's on the Spreaker app or it's on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on these videos, wherever you listen. Give us feedback. If you love us, tell us why. If you don't like us, tell us why.
If you hate us, tell us why.
Right.
Tell us what you want to see us do. Talk about, give us suggestions, topics. Now, like we've said before, yeah, I've watched the Rumble and I watched Raw, but I really haven't watched a lot of wrestling lately. I follow it, I keep it up with it, but I just haven't been my schedule. But if you say you should watch all of wrestling,
and
maybe I'll try.
We'll give you advice sometimes. Like, if you think Joe's ugly, I'll agree with you. If you think I'm ugly, I'll send you the list of eye doctors in the area.
Yeah. I am ugly. I got
I'm handsome.
a butter face.
Because there's nothing else.
I got a nice body on my face.
There's nothing.
Come on, I'm halfway decent looking for a big fat guy.
we both aged pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
I got a dinky do.
You know what's funny? Is out of all the guys, like the guys in the neighborhood we grew up in age so much better than the females.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I think it's because the guys fought less.
Probably yeah. Yeah.
It's
But
true
no,
though, and
but
I'm not.
you still see some of the females from our age group.
Yeah.
They're
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't look like they're almost 50.
Yeah, I know, right? To think about, like, we're almost 50.
Right.
And we're still doing this.
Oh my God! And you're in trouble.
Why?
Oh, you're in trouble.
Why?
You're in trouble.
What did I do?
That's what you didn't do today.
What didn't I do?
Well, I hope Glenn's watching.
Who's Glenn?
Gwen. I hope Gwen's watching.
What didn't I do?
Well, what's not on your face?
No, but
Oh, you're
all
in
right.
trouble.
The reason I didn't wear the mask is because none of us wore the mask when the three of us in the car together. So I figured I'm just carrying it over here, you know. But anyway, we got to figure out this camera thing.
Yes, Bobby. Yeah, I like that too. That really gets the crowd involved when the wrestlers throw their shirts into the crowd and stuff like that.
And their gimmicks, like
Half the time they know who they're throwing it to, though.
yeah,
If Cena's dad was was there, Cena's shirt went to his dad,
yeah,
and that was it. His dad's request.
But even like that, like the show's had friends in the E before that we've met along the way, and we got put in those seats,
Oh yeah,
and we got that come out and handshake. We got that after the match selfie. It was mostly the kids, and God knows I don't know where those pictures are, but we had that. So like we kind of know that most of those people along there are friends and family.
yeah. So, but guys, that's all I got for you. I don't know about Joe.
Yeah, I got nothing. Ken, you got anything? No, he just farted again. All right, so for JP and 10, see you next Tuesday.